Howdy gaming people, Toby from Pixel Pop Network here. Today we'll be taking a look at STRAFE, an interesting first-person shooter, pitched as a sort of an action-packed first-person shooter. Let me just fix this up so I can show you what I want to show you. And while we're here, we'll have a quick look at the options. So, controls, fairly standard there. Gameplay. I thought that was pretty neat. Pretty cool. Yada yada yada. Any aliasing I've left off just to keep it sort of authentic. That will make the game sort of look more like 320 by 240. VC on, blah 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 blah. VR not available yet. Right, so we've got a basic game. We've got a few extra game modes here. Tutorial. So let's just hop straight in. I'm going to play this game the way it's sort of advertised. And then I'll show you how I've been playing it. Shotgun, machine gun, railgun. For the purposes of the first quick part, I'm going to do machine gun. Yeah, so advertised, the ad campaign for this is fantastic. I give them that. You know, the way that they're making it look like, you know, the best game of 1996. The ad's got certainly a good chuckle. But yeah, so I'm going to play this as if it was, you know, Doom or Quake. And then I'm gonna hopefully show you why that doesn't work so well. So these rooms are all randomly generated. There's no sort of fixed map design. So creature spawn and room sort of layout is random every time you play. And the idea of the game is to pick up scrap, essentially. You are a scrapper. Alright, so yeah, so far so good, right? I mean, you know, it's got a bit of a Quakey Doom feel. To me, it actually looks probably reminds me a bit more of Chasm the Rift, actually, visually. Or you might even be able to sort of stretch and say that it almost has a bit of a System Shock 2 look. Certainly doesn't play like that, but it just has that slight look about it. Alright. So far so good. That's the end of the level. That's pretty good. There are secrets. If you keep an eye out, there are. I was just thinking because I've sort of seen one in this type of room a few times. There are secrets, secret locations, which is cool. And these items I'm picking up will help me upgrade weapons, my primary weapon later on. And the scrap I can use to in vending machines as well to get more armor and more ammo. But one thing you've probably noticed by now is there's no health or armor pickups typically. There you go, just to make a lie out of me, there's a health pickup. But there's nothing there's no armor shards on the floor, and there's no big medkit boxes floating around. Nor is there just ammo sprinkled everywhere. Alright, not too bad. That wasn't a bad run. So we finished level 1. When you consider though, we've got no armor, and we've got 55 health. And that's it. Alright? Now, there's no quick save, there's no quick load. And as far as I know, there's no checkpoints. Alright? So if you look at this map here, I've sort of managed to get around there before. Maybe if you complete all of the first zone, you hit a checkpoint. I don't know. I haven't got that far. But you basically have 1 life and very little life and armor to do it with. And if you watch most of the gameplay videos they've put on YouTube as well, you'll see in most of the it's all sort of, it cuts very quickly. It sort of jumps from shot to shot to shot to shot to shot. But in most of those shots, they've got almost no health. They're all running around with like 20 health. That's the weapon upgrade station. Which is cool. It gives me a chance to show you how that works. Alright. Has my concentration. I'm trying to be fair about this, and I'm certainly trying to give it the best I can. Yeah, I want to be absolutely fair and honest here. I want everybody who's considering buying this game to just really know what it is that they're buying. That's my main concern, because I just feel that the Steam page itself could lead a few people astray, perhaps not intentionally. You're not going to jump to any conspiracy theories here, but I just feel that if you were looking at what was presented on the Steam page, you might not have the right idea of what you're getting into. I'm dead. Okay. I pushed that as hard as I could. So we got dead in level 2. And that's all you get. There's no checkpoints, no saves, no XP, no resources, nothing that you can carry over onto the next game. At all. That was it. Thanks for playing. So, what we're going to do now, and this is what has helped me get further in the game, is I turn the music off. Pick up the railgun. And we're going to treat this more as a roguelike. There's no time limit. We just slow everything right down. We check our corners. And my point is, we maintain our health and our armor a lot better. The problem is, you can see that this isn't the action-packed sort of, it doesn't, playing it this way looks nothing like what you've seen in the videos so far. I've turned the music off, one, because it's not that it's bad music, but it creates a sense of urgency. It makes you want to sort of move at that fast-paced Quake-style speed. Two, the mobs make very little noise. They make noise when they die, but they don't make noise when they're startled, and they don't make noise when they attack. So you sort of need every edge you can get to sort of hear them coming, I guess, or at least be aware that they're coming. Whew. But still managed to maintain full health, full armor. And that's kind of the way I found I have to play it. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's not that it's less enjoyable. It's just different. It's without the life and the armor and ammo drops that we would see in a normal first-person shooter. And because it's hardcore nature of, you know, you're dead, and thanks for playing. It means that unless you're insanely good at first-person shooters, and I mean insanely good, and if that's who they're pitching the game at, well, that seems awfully niche. Unless you're insanely good at first-person shooters, you're gonna need to slow the whole thing down, you know. Because there's plenty of times where you'll be standing there poking around, and the next thing you get whacked in the back of the head because there's a creature behind you that you didn't notice because they don't make any sound. Alright, so vending machine. This allows me to, I've got 975 scrap so far, which, you know, I could afford small ammo. Underneath that 975, I've got 30 coins. They get used at the end of certain levels. I think at the end of level 2, there's a store where you can use those credits. The map is kind of useless, unfortunately. So I've not bothered with it for the most part. But yeah, okay. So I won't bore you with an extended playthrough at this snail pace, but it was what I wanted to show you in this video really was from my experiences with the game so far, to get anywhere with it, you need to play it very differently to the way that you've seen it so far. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's definitely a thing that you need to be aware of, because I think if you were going in to this game, if you bought this game, and you're planning on playing it like Quake, or Doom, or, you know, any of those action-packed 1996 style first-person shooters, you're going to just end up frustrated, and not enjoying it. So, if you take anything away from this video, it's the fact that, yeah, it's not quite what you had in mind in terms of playstyle. Thank you very much for watching. There is a written part of this review, which will be included in the links, and I'll go into more detail with my thoughts on this game. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.